Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Kenya Moses here, and welcome to the Just Press Play challenge, 4-week challenge. I'm so excited. We're going to start really soon. We start on Monday, and we're going to hit the ground running. So tonight is just all about answering some questions. I have some questions that I've compiled, and I've also, some of you have sent in some emails to me because you couldn't make it tonight. So I'm just going to run through them. And if you catch me here live, awesome. Go ahead and just in the chat box there, just go ahead and type in your question. So I'm just going to jump in and just, again, welcome. I'm really excited to have you guys in this challenge because it's been a while since I've done a challenge. For those of you who already know me, you know that I do challenges throughout the years, but mostly it's in person. So this is a new kind of online, completely online program. So I'm excited about it. It's a little bit of an experiment. So your feedback is welcomed and it'd be wonderful. So anyway, we'll just jump right into it. So like I said, the challenge starts on Monday, July 9th. That's just 4 days away from now. I can't believe we're already into the second week of July. And if you're, side note, if I'm like, this live video sometimes it's kind of weird because I'm like, do I look at the camera? Do I look at myself? So, you know, a little challenge in that way. But yes, so the challenge starts on Monday, and like I said, this is completely online, so you're able to do this at your own tempo, right? But you will have a schedule, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through the questions. So we're going to start. You'll receive your first videos and lessons on Monday morning. So probably by the time you wake up, it'll be ready for you. So hopefully you know what's included, but let's just recap. So this is a 4-week. Think of it as a complete well-being program for you to kind of jumpstart. So if you're living, you're not super active, if you're not working out, multiple times a week, or you're just getting started, maybe you just had a baby and you're trying to just get back into the game, this is a great opportunity for you to do that in a very natural, you can kind of ease your way into it. So coming back, so this every week you're going to receive 4 videos, and typically those videos will include 3 workouts, which I will be demonstrating with you, and then 1 mindfulness meditation or activity for the week. And then at the start of the program, you're going to receive a healthy eating guide, and we'll be able to talk about these things in our coaching calls, which we'll have every week. So every week we'll have 1 coaching call, and I'll send you that schedule. And if you can't make it, if it's at a time or a day that doesn't work for you, everything is recorded, so you have access to this forever. So after the 4 weeks, and you want to keep going, you can. All the videos, all the materials that you receive is yours forever, so you can always come back to it. So like I said, the 4 videos, 3 of them which would be fitness or exercise related, mindfulness activity or meditation, and then the healthy eating nutrition guide, and then your coaching call every week. So it's a group coaching call where we can check in, find out what's working, what are some successes we're having. If we're having any challenges, we'll talk about that. And just once you start in a fitness program or wellness program, it's not just about the physical, right? Everything is connected. So we'll be talking about the fitness components, how we're feeling in our body, but also the emotional components. So that's where we talk about the mindfulness and how can we integrate all of this into our lives, and then eating healthy, all of the stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun and not super heavy. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. So another question is about, how do you access the materials? So I have a membership area that's everyone's going to receive a login for, and you'll receive that before the end of, well, actually, I think we're going to do by Sunday afternoon. So you'll definitely have that login information. So you'll receive an email with that information, and then you can log in, and then on Monday morning, you'll have all of your materials that you have for the upcoming week. So all of the videos and all that, you'll get 1 week's worth of material at a time. So in week 2, then you'll get the next set, and so on and so forth. So okay, let's see. So some of the questions that have come up have been about, what exactly do the exercises entail, and am I able to do them? What if I have some sort of restriction? How do I move forward with that? So I'm going to back up a little bit and just say that the workouts themselves are about 20 to 25 minutes. So you're not spending a ton of time working out, because who wants to be working out for 2 hours a day? I mean, some people like that, but most of us, myself included, have a life and children and and needing to have lots of things on our plate. So working out all day long, although that's kind of my work, so I gotta do that. But for myself, 20 to 30 minutes is more than enough. So that's how long each of those videos will be, and I walk you through everything. So it's just like getting a exercise video back in the day and popping it into the VCR. Yeah, and just basically follow along. And so I'll give you recommendations on how to modify should you have knee problems. How do I change this exercise so it works for you? So hopefully that answers that question. So the restriction of movement, definitely I'll help you, give you some ideas about how to make modifications. Something else, you'll receive a list of, materials or props that you might need of your own. But for the most part, you're not going to need much. You'll need, a space that's wide enough, I would say. You could do these exercises in a 5x5 room if you need be. But most people's living rooms, in your bedroom, just a nice space where you have enough room to move and spread your limbs in each direction. That works really well. And then having a yoga mat or exercise mat or even carpet. But typically, most of the exercises are all body weight, so you're not going to need any weights. You're not going to need any special equipment. Occasionally, when some of the exercises are like yoga-based or stretching, it's nice to have yoga blocks. So if you have yoga blocks, that's great, or a strap or a scarf or a belt, something that you can hold on to really well. That would be good. So it's not necessary, but it's good to have if you know that maybe you're not as flexible in your hamstrings, and you know that might help you further yourself along, then by all means. And I'll mention that in our videos, and I will say, okay, if you have a block, this is a great time to take it out, and maybe this will help you ease into the movement. So that's that. Now, so if you're new to me, if you don't know me in person, or you haven't followed me online, you probably don't know much about my style of exercise. And so a little bit of my background is a professional dancer for over 20 years. So a lot of my work integrates what I've learned throughout the years from ballet and from modern dance and Latin dances and all of that. So I try to integrate as much as possible dance conditioning, Pilates, yoga, but also some of your more traditional exercises like crunches or burpees. If you've ever heard of burpees, that those can just be not so fun, but fun at the same time. So there's a wide range of exercises, and I challenge you to do your best to just attempt all the exercises. Even if you've done yoga before, or you've taken a Pilates class and you're like, you know what, it wasn't for me, that's just not my thing, just give it a try. You never know, because it's not strictly a yoga class, it's not strictly a Pilates class. We'll be taking elements from different areas and utilizing those in our workouts so that we can get the ultimate benefits for our bodies. So each workout will have a specific focus. So one day it'll maybe just be completely just a total body. We're working all the muscles. And then the next workout may specifically be for your upper body, or then your lower body, or working the core. And so on those days that we're not working together, you will have not necessarily your off days, but we'll have your cardio days, I call them, where I'll give you some suggestions on different types of cardiovascular exercises that you can do throughout your day. Not through your day, but during that day. And then I'll let you know what are your days off, and so on and so forth. Now, the point of the challenge is to challenge yourself. So, for example, say you are you're in day 3 and you're like, oh goodness gracious, I don't know if I can get through this. What I suggest is don't quit, right? Don't just throw your hands up in the air and say, okay, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. I would say, turn on the video, do the stretches. So say you get through the first 5 minutes of the video. That is fine. If you feel like you honestly feel like, okay, I just can't do this right now, do as much as you can and then come back to it. You don't have to actually complete the entire 20-minute, 25-minute video in one sitting. So if that is something that you need to do, say, you wake up in the morning and you do the first half, and then later in the day you do the second half, do that. That still counts as completing the video. So you get the benefits either way. So do it all together. I like just to get it over with. So it's like just push through. We can do anything in 20 minutes a day, right? Like that's completely doable. So challenge yourself, and also with the mindfulness, and that's where that comes in. Like, how can we move forward? How can we just motivate ourselves? So I'm here to motivate you, or we'll be on our coaching calls every week. But when I'm not here, when we're not engaged, we have to find a way for you to keep that momentum going. So this, the mindfulness component is huge to consistency. So I just challenge you, just challenge yourself and trust that you are fully capable of completing the exercises, eating well, and integrating the mindfulness techniques, and just enjoying it and having fun, and knowing that everything you do, no matter how small or how big, is going to make some changes in your body and how you feel and in how you look. And one of the things about physical fitness and exercise is that the first thing you notice is it's energetic, right? So you wake up and it's like, oh, I have more energy, or oh, I can climb these stairs that I could, that I used to get winded, and you personally may not see it yet, but you'll start having people come up to you and say, wow, you're glowing, and look, did you lose weight? Or, so it's really fun when you start doing this on a regular basis, and other people start to notice, and then you start to notice, because you're like, oh, it helps us get out of our head when other people notice that the work that we're doing, the hard work we're doing with our bodies, is paying off. So just keep that in mind. So like I said, 20-25 minutes. Never will you receive a workout that's more than 30 minutes. So you can rest assured, you're not going to have to spend your entire afternoon trying to get a workout done. So like, special equipment. So the time commitment on a weekly basis. So like I said, I try to make this as simple as possible. So no more than 30 minutes every day, and of course you're going to have your days off. So I want this to be manageable, and so that it becomes a regular part of your life, right? So we're basically building this muscle. We're building this muscle so that beyond the 4 weeks, you're able to continue that and maintain that in your life. And it just becomes just as natural as, you eating breakfast in the morning, or going to work, or it just becomes a part of your life, and it's something that you look forward to, and it's not something that you're dreading. So cross our fingers. So we're going to have a coaching call every week. And right now, so I'm going to take a poll. I'll send out a poll on Sunday so that we can see, like, what are the days and times that work well for most people. And, it's not going to work for everyone, but that's perfectly fine. All the coaching calls are recorded, but it's really great to be on the coaching call so that you can get your specific questions answered. But more often than not, there's always going to be someone who has the same question as you and who'll bring it up. But you're more than welcome to send, an email, or here on the Facebook group, which is a great way to connect with me, and in my VA. And so she'll be able to respond to you, and if I'm not around, but for the most part, I'll be on here and answering your questions so that you know that it's me, that you're getting reputable information. So stay on here. So yes. So wonderful. So the coaching calls, and we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about, the challenges, the successes that you're having in the workouts, like what what's working for you, where do you need a little coaching on, what kind of motivation do you need to move to the next level? And then talking about the nutrition component, because that we're not going to go heavy into nutrition, but I'll give you the healthy eating guide, which will kind of give you an outline. And some of you might be working with nutritionists, and if that's the case, wonderful, stick with the program that you're currently on. But this is more for people who are just like, I'm ready to make some healthy changes in my life. Where do I start? What's a good place to start, especially if I'm also increasing my level of exercise throughout the week? And then the mindfulness. And, I always like to start my coaching calls with the meditation. So we do that. We'll have a nice, to kind of just, I think for the most part, the coaching calls tend to be in the evening, and it's after a long day. You've put the kids to bed, or you've had dinner and you're trying to get, some time to yourself. So it's a nice way for everyone to ground themselves and just, reconnect with their bodies. So I like to do that very short just to get us started. And then, so it's basically kind of a format like this, a Q&A. An opportunity for you just to get all your questions answered. And, I know some people are not on Facebook, so this is recorded and the coaching calls will be recorded, but I will also find out, it's going to be a small group of us for this particular challenge, as I didn't make it super widely available, which is great, so we can connect a little bit more intimately. What may happen is that we may get through the first week or two, and then we may change to a Zoom call, depending on how active we can have the group here with the Facebook Lives. If the Facebook Live is a little too cumbersome for people who may not be on Facebook, then we can move to Zoom, and in that way, I can see your faces too. So that would be wonderful. But definitely, you'll get all this information, and I'll email you, and if there's any changes, so you'll be notified for all of that. Okay, so one of the questions I'm sure all of you are curious about is like, what kind of results can I expect from after the 4 weeks? So the thing is, this is a 4-week program, right? And I'm giving you tools to help you further yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, to help you engage or re-engage your body in a way that you may not have been. But even if you have, this is going to help propel you go even further in whatever program that you're currently doing or ever workout routine that you have. So what we're going to do in the beginning, which you'll receive, it'll all be in the membership area with where all the videos, all the materials and things, is that you're going to fill out a form where you really think about, I want you to sit down and think about what are some of your goals. What are some of your long-term goals, and what are some of your incremental goals? So I'm going to break it down in 2-week increments. So you'll have 2 incremental goals, and then you're going to have a major goal at the end of the 4 weeks. So I want you to think about, okay, so after 4 weeks, what is it that I want to experience in my body? So, we want to be realistic here. We can say, oh, in 4 weeks, I want to lose 30 pounds. Well, if that happened, I would question and say, okay, so let's make sure that you are completely, you're completely healthy, that you're eating right, you're doing the exercises, you're not overdoing it, but, making realistic. And it could be just as much as like, okay, I want to lose 5 pounds in the 4 weeks. An incremental goal is I want to be able to, walk up 4 flights of stairs and not be winded, or I want to be able to touch my toes, increase my flexibility, some just tangible things. Or it could be even an emotional thing, like, in midday, in the middle of the day, I start to get really cranky, so that might be an indication of, you're being hungry, your low blood sugar or whatnot. So that could be an incremental goal. And it said, I just want by 3 o'clock consistently, I want to feel energetic. I want to feel just as energetic as I was when I woke up in the morning. And so sometimes it's not like this physically tangible thing, right? It's an energetic thing. It's an emotional thing. So think about that. What is it that you want to experience? And the exercise I'm going to have you do as you're making your goals is setting an intention, right? And that's really important for us before we start any task, to go towards any goal, is to set an intention and what's the reasoning behind it. You know, one of the questions that I ask new clients is why do you want to work with a trainer, or why do you want to work with a wellness coach? And some people are like, oh, well, I want to lose weight and I want to look good in a bikini or whatever it is. And I always come back, but that's not really your why. What's your why? Is your why because you want to, have more longevity in your life? You want to spend more time with your kids, be able to run around with them because they're so energetic and they want to do lots of things, but you feel like you can't because you lose your breath, or you just feel really exhausted all the time. Those are the things. Like, is it for your family? Is it because you want to travel the world? Is it because you just want to feel a sense of vibrancy and joy in your life? So digging a little deeper, what are the real meaning? What's the real reasons you want to do this, right? And so I know 4 weeks isn't a lot of time, it's a month, but anything can happen. And I say, if you commit yourself to anything for 21 days, you can create a habit, right? And so, create this habit for yourself. And it's going to be super easy to say, oh, I'm just gonna skip today. I'm just gonna, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes tomorrow, and then you're into the second week and I'm like, okay, how did week 1 go? And you're like, oh, well, I actually didn't do anything. So I want you to really, set that intention, know what your goals are, trust yourself, believe in yourself. And then again, that's why I'm here. And that's why hopefully the group we can engage together and support each other throughout this. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's a big reward. It's a reward for me because I get to help more people, and that's one of my major goals, is just to spread the love and share my years of experience working with women and helping them reach their health and wellness goals. And so this is my passion, and I've been all over the place, and I think me doing this it feels really good. So it's a win-win situation. So I really hope that you stay engaged, that you do not feel I want you, if you've ever, anytime you feel non-supported, please reach out to me and say, Kenya, I feel like I need a little bit more from you. What can you do to help us stay a little bit more motivated? Yeah, so I'm an open book. I really like to chat with you guys and know what's going on. So like I said, here in the Facebook group is the best place to reach me. So type in there and say, hey Kenya, I have a question about workout number 3 for week 1. Can you explain it a little bit more, or elaborate, something like that. So just know that I'm here to support you. And if technical difficulties, you can just email support@beafitmama.com, and that's BEAFITMAMA.com. And so you can just send that there and you'll get a response. And so if you have any technical issues, like you can't log in or a video's not working for you, we'll work around that and make sure that you get everything that you need. So I think that's it for now. I'm super excited. Just 4 days to go. Like I said, expect to receive an email from me by Sunday afternoon. And you'll get your login information, all the materials you need, and we'll just get you jump started for Monday. And yeah, so I would just say between now and then, make sure that you have some workout clothes, some tennis shoes. You won't, most likely you will need them for your workouts indoors, but when it comes to your cardio, you might be walking, you might be jogging, you might be outdoors. So make sure that you have some tennis shoes, a water bottle, and bring yourself. Yeah, so it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. So like I said, this is the place to find me. And if you have any more questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. So thank you so much. Have a great evening. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.